Ayo, what up, y'all? Welcome to your AEW Collision, Greensboro, North Carolina, August 12th, 2023, Watchalong in live reactions. I'm your host, Avi Devin. What is up, y'all? Hope your weekend's been doing you well. Hope your Saturday's been chill and or hype, depending on the vibe you prefer. How's y'all doing? Come on, let me see some stuff in chat. How's everybody doing? Because I know I'm ready for a mega night of wrestling. This is going to be a big night, not just for AEW, but for WatchMania, as right afterwards, we're going to be heading on over to the Discord for Triple Mania Night 3 Watchalong. It's going to be a little bit delayed, because it's technically going to be going head-to-head with Collision. Can't watch both at once. At least we're not going to try and be mad folk in trying to do so. But yeah, hit up the Discord, ! Discord if you want the link, or in the description below. Now, I mean, it's hard to not be most interested in the Trios title match that's coming up because, like, FTR is just getting a shot out of nowhere. I mean, CMFTR is just getting a shot out of nowhere. Do they just win the belts? Is that what happens? Like, do they just win the titles and move on? Or is this going to be a story beat for one or the other in terms of the groups? Personally, when it comes to Triple Mania, I think I'm looking forward most to that Latin American Championship match. Funny enough, it's got all those AEW stars in it, so it plays to my preferences, but also QT, the potential of being a representative of AAA is amazing. Alright. It's about time I get to firing up the Nord. Sorry, I was just checking some stuff beforehand, and I looked up the clock. I'm like, oh, it's that time. So yeah, it's that time. Get ready for some turbulence, y'all. Assuming you're not familiar with the process, you're going to get a little bit of buffering for about 30 seconds or so. That's just because I'm firing up the North, so that way I can head on over to England and watch Collision from there. Connect to me. No, and we're in. Just go turn off all the background Nord activity. Yep, there's the copyright disclaimer. Appreciate you, AEW. And we're scot-free, y'all. Do get ready to sync up. I have a little bit of the audio playing over the stream here below, so long as AEW lets it slide.
The game is back. We came to rap and grace the mat. You ain't leaving with your brain intact. Mind blown microphone, how we blaze the track. The Acclaimed is back. And that's a mic drop.
That was actually pretty smooth. Save for the little ending bit, that was a little much.
House of Black, we're in Greensboro, so welcome to our house.
An X marks the spot, and tonight it's nap time for the House of Black, courtesy of the Real World's Champion and a GTS.
Yeah, we got 3 belts here, why not add 3 more? Top guys, out.
Alrighty then. Yeah, it's Saturday night, but yes, I do got a little bit of the audio playing. It's ever so slight. You need some pretty good headphones to pick it up, to be honest, because I can't have it being too loud. But that serves to be a little bit of a time sink. I'll try to call out bell rings and hard segment cuts as I can, but don't hold me to it. Well, either hold me to it so I get better at it. Already 5 points. You love to see it. Collision really helps at that because, like, they have these, it's this Saturday night-esque thing, like WCW Saturday night-esque thing, where it's like, here's a roll of promos from people who are going to be in matches tonight. I'm thinking so, Devin. There's got to be a point where we get there, right? Like, what is he just going to sit there? Like, the thing is, I feel like everybody keeps going, oh, he's super dumb. He's just big, dumb Dino Man, and that's why this works. But, like, the whole thing about him is that he's a super smart dinosaur. But I feel like they may have retconned that part. Saturday. Hey, Lone Star. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for swinging by. You drop a thumbs up on the way in. If you could be so kind, just a little click away helps us a lot. It's interesting how they're opening up the card with a rundown for All In. Is there a delay for something? I feel like something's being delayed. Hello, Lone Star. Welcome. I had no idea Awesomeness was real name. Yeah, interesting. Evan. We love this. All next week, AEW television is Fight for the Fallen. For the sake of improving, that's so wonderful. I appreciate that. If you must, Evan, feel free to do as you do. Took off the man's belt and started whipping him with it. So Ricky Steamboat's his hero?
Needless to say, we have a lot to talk about here to begin Collision in this wonderful venue at the Greensburo Coliseum. Let's bring out right now, absolute Ricky Starks.
Let's go. Revolution is televised. You know, yeah, it is the Collision and Dynamite sets are a little bit different. Yeah, it's cute. Yeah, love that. We love Pepper's activities. Truly is. Oh wow, those fireworks were coming in really loud. Holy crap! It's not okay. Please forgive me, YouTube. Is his vest? Oh, he's taking up what? Yeah, it is a great shot, Devin, for sure.
You seem very distraught right now and very upset, and let me tell the fans why. Because of your actions a week ago, where you brutally beat Ricky the Dragon Steamboat with his own belt, who was an assigned referee by AEW. You have been suspended 30 days from wrestling here in AEW. You beat a 70
Why would you?
man with his own belt, for crying out loud.
If it was 70, if it was 100, or if it was 30, it doesn't matter. You have to have
Who's got Ricky?
consequences for your actions.
Does anybody got Ricky?
And I'm not talking about myself. I'm talking about Steamboat. Steamboat cost me the match. So you know what I did? I had to whoop his ass.
Hashtag Snap Boosters better.
Hey, I still love you, Steamboat, but I had to do something that hurt me more than it hurts you. So, the other thing I want to touch on is, I figured you guys would go ahead and suspend me. This place has a history of screwing around good guys like myself. So you know what I did?
No. Is this what's happening?
People back there, all you people back there, you want to play in my face like I'm some type of joke. Well, here's the joke. I went ahead and I got a manager's license. So you know what that means? He ain't wrestling, but I'm still going to be on this
Oh, Rookie has turned heel.
every week.
He came out of the heel tunnel and everything.
My show. This is my face, and this is my freaking legacy.
Wow, just straight up took advantage of this. I knew this was coming.
But you don't have to love me. But guess what? You will respect me. You look at me like that again, and I'll whoop your ass right now.
Yes, Lone Star. And you see, I feel like Ricky Starks' heel turn
CM Punk, I want you to know one thing.
is parroting CM Punk.
Your hands, brother. You brought that man into this ring, and you were the reason that he got 10 lashes. So my question to you is, hey, you got the W, and I got the L. But guess what? I can live with mine. Can you? No. You aren't Superman, you ain't bulletproof, and you damn sure ain't absolute Ricky Starks.
I'm not Devin. I don't want him to get away with this. He's truly just trying to move on, acting like he's a babyface and he's the one who's right, and it's just the way it is. No, I'm not okay with that.
Because it makes all the sense to me.
I'm holding out hope that it's an angle.
Right here, I am proclaiming, I am saying with enough heart and passion that I am going to set this whole damn company on fire, and I'm going to start next week. You want a war? Guess what? I'm going to bring a war to your front door, and I'm going to make sure you, your mama, your daddy, and your sister all understand that I am absolute Ricky Starks, and there ain't nobody like me on Dynamite or on this damn ass show.
Okay, then.
Ricky Starks fires the first volley of a potential war. Get ready.
Ricky came with the heat.
Has been issued, and we will see CM Punk in tonight's main event. CMFTR challenge House of Black for the AEW World Trios Champions, but FTR a huge month ahead of them. A dream match, 8 years in the making, the rubber match at Allin.
How did the rivalry start between the Young Bucks and FTR?
This rivalry has begun years before AEW.
It really has. This rivalry dates back to like 2017, 2018 when they were just been like, fuck the revival. Kind of wish they would show some clips of that. Yeah, I get you, Lone Star. I kind of want them to as well. Although it does feel like the narrative is leaning more in the Elite's favor.
To be known as the greatest tag team of all time, there's one thing we gotta do.
Yeah, it's a hard one for me to really say who's the better because like they're both so good in their own ways. They both have done so much for the business, and they both are like the peak of their respective styles. It could steal the show, honestly, if like the coffin match doesn't, or the 0 hour tag match ironically doesn't. MJF versus Adam Cole, though, it's going to be a banger, whatever the circumstances are for that.
We will find out who is the best tag team in the world as we turn now to another team who used to be called that.
Oh! Yo! The Iron Savages! Dirty Bulkers in the house! I really wish they got to do their shtick on television. Dang. Right? Oh, there's several bears. The way he sold that. Oh, like flopping, like he falls over. That's kind of hilarious. I hope Swerve and AR Fox win. Yeah. I get that. I kind of do too. I think they really need the win more. The journey for AR Fox is real. The last year for him has been magical. Yes! Sippin' sauce! Being hoss! I think that's it. I might have gotten it wrong. I'm a fan of their shtick, though. I like the Iron Savages. Yes, 2 bats. All better than 1. I love that Bronson Bear looks like Matt Jackson ate Matt Jackson. And then bulked up on protein for like 6 months.
You run your course, and that was what Billy felt like. Time for him to step away, and I admire that decision. And tag team action here. Forearms exchange, of course, still to come. Our TBS champion, Kris Statlander.
Oh, laying him in. Oi!
Diamante, Samoa Joe, the Ring of Honor World Television Champion, will be in action here tonight. As Bronson powering up, we'll hear from Christian Cage. When did he get interview time, Nigel? What did he do when he became the TNT champion? Maker. And of course, we'll hear from Powerhouse Hobbs.
Pair of chops were gnarly. He looks like he just knocked off the headband.
CMFTR taking on the House of Black. AEW World Trios titles on the line. Essentially gregarious. Bowens has had a good way here with his opponent. In comes the lyrical wordsmith, Max Caster, a modern day poet.
Yeesh.
Tupac to your Biggie Smalls, Ian. Thank you. That's quite the compliment. So, and I guess that makes Harley.
Sick.
Is Harley Maya? Do you think? I'm not sure who she would be, but bottom line is, I don't want to hear you rapping tonight. Well, we might, as Willow is in competition, but right now it's Beefcake Boulder. Bowen's back in. We want to send a shout out.
Beefcake Boulder Bear.
A great representation of the LGBT community.
Oh, the licking of the chops is a little much. He's... Oh my gosh, he's feeling his inner daddy magic, I guess. Oh. Max Caster. No, you got the quads, dude. You can do it. Aw, mean. Don't gotta call him out, dude. You never know if in 20 years it'll be you with the bald spot. Sometimes that is almost exclusively genetic stuff. And I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm more so teasing back. Untrue. John's is massive. God damn. As someone who's really caring for his hair, I choose to not poke fun. You should try Basel. Rough. Yes, the strong bear, the double fall away slam. I hate that I'm being all like my hair over that. But yeah, I'm hoping, and I love that they're getting reactions too. Because when I'm in Ring of Honor, it's been a little bit mixed, especially during their promo segments. I was really hoping that they'd get that on TV, because I've been seeing it these last couple of weeks on Ring of Honor, and I'm like, this is good. Like they're so over the top, but you can't help but like it, you know? There can be just like they're heels because they're so obnoxious, or you can end up liking them because they're that obnoxious and they just embrace it.
Big time body slam there. And Bronson.
Oh.
He likes that standing moonsault. Bronson, an impressive man. You're 300 pounds. Can he get it? Oh.
Yes. Love it.
Over style there, Nigel. It certainly was effective. And quick tags. And we've gotten another look here, Beefcake. As you see Jack Jameson barking orders on the outside. He's the one that makes that savage sauce. Have a look to the thing. That's not all he does. Take a look here now. As Caster doing his best to get over there to make the tag. Wide open against the big
Made.
shoulder.
Oh, Away from the corner. Boulder. Oh, yeah, I just splat. Boulder throws me through a loop because I know somebody who looks a lot like him in the face with the beard and everything, and it's like, it throws me off. He's feeling it. Oh, he wants the moon. Moonsault. I don't know why I stopped saying it, but yeah. It's really hard. It really hurts if you miss. Yeah, he's really feeling that. That's a. I do like that though, because it's the classic bigger they are, the harder they fall mentality. And not for nothing, it's actually true.
Fans, we are back live. AEW Collision here at the historic Greensburo Coliseum. It's been all Iron Savages during the break, Nigel.
Have certainly taken it to the Acclaimed, but have been as of yet unable to pick up the victory. This could do it.
Oh, no one home. Caster
Ooh.
another golden opportunity.
Ate shit on that splash.
Advantage of the missed moonsault earlier. Can he do it here and make the tag to Bowens?
His feet away.
I was gonna say he's gonna tag back out to Boulder.
Pushes up front and makes the tag.
Here we come. Let's go. Bowen's hot tag.
Big clothesline sends Bronson down. And another big chop. Big time right
Right hand.
Billy Gunn is watching from home with a smile on his face. Proud of his charges here. Look at the clock.
Oh,
The ladder here at AEW.
we've seen these before. Love the Acclaimed. Yes. Right hand chop.
As Bowens goes downstairs. Off the ropes. It's Bowens.
The illegal man just came in, just started catching the fade. Ref not counting at all. At least do a really slow one. Like you could be like at 2 right now and it'd be okay. Wait. Am I mistaken? Or is Bronson actually the legal man? Because Boulder went for the cover there. Oh. Kind of sprung off his feet there when he landed outside. Getting a little slow-mo. Yeah, the height was gnarly. That angle really showed it off. What are we doing? Yes. I don't know what it is, but I'm digging it. The march. Doomsday style up on his shoulders. Springboard drop kick to Bronson. That backfired on them hard. I'm looking so forward to Allin, y'all. Oh man, Allin's going to be an awesome night. Got him with the DVD. So you can't do that. You're not sipping the sauce. Let's go. In the middle rope. Oh, scissor me. Leg it up. Hey there, Allin. How goes it? Sorry, I missed the message. How you doing? Enjoying the show thus far, fam. I appreciate that this wasn't just an enhancement match. It's good to hear. Hope your Saturday's been kind to you. Hope your weekend has been good to you overall. Nice with the... Everybody saying... On the top of the team, we Acclaimed on the guys on the opposite. They got the boots. Grabbing a mic too. I love that.
Tonight, the best two-man team
Listen.
has returned because the Acclaim is back. And I know y'all love this. And an even bigger surprise this Wednesday on Dynamite. We're wrestling again, baby.
Oh,
And even
Flames are Point City.
with us, we got the spirit of Billy with us always. And with that, Acclaim can never be stopped on our route back to the top of the tag team division. And in the spirit of Billy Gunn, last week, Max and I, we got to say goodbye, but you guys didn't get to say goodbye. So with that being said, I know Billy is at home watching. So Greensboro, throw those scissors in the air and make some noise for the legend that is Billy Gunn.
Yo, love that.
We love you, Billy. The world loves you, Billy. And everyone loves. We love you too, Billy.
That's awesome.
You gotta be proud right now as the Acclaim pick up a gigantic
That makes it feel like he's really retired.
over the Iron Savages.
Anyone agree?
Winning ways the Acclaim, but this is a long road ahead.
Why else would they go out of their way to try and get him a pop like that?
Of course, that huge title bout signed for Allin, Young Bucks, FTR.
Outside of him.
In front of one of the largest
One more match?
in history, the Acclaimed on their way to
Maybe.
but fans right now.
But he doesn't have much time left overall.
To our colleague Lexi Nair, who is standing by. Let's take it to Lexi.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce Bullet Club Gold.
Let's go.
You are not Toni, but Lexi, you need to be smiling a bit bigger because you're hanging out with the Bang Bang Gang.
And like I told you last week, Shivani, when you're
Look at the other stream crashers.
and when you're not, you're not. And right now, ain't nobody hotter than Bullet Club Gold.
You know why I said gold, Lexi?
We're the best.
That's right. Not only are we the best, these four men right here, the Bang Bang Gang, this is the most elite version of Bullet Club ever. And I know there's a handful of guys that like to call themselves elite, but to be honest, they don't have the right to. Two of which try to walk around there calling themselves the best brother tag team ever. They also don't have the right to do that. That right is reserved for a couple of top guns.
Hey, Young Bucks, you thought we were strictly Collision Cowboys?
Oh, yeah.
Dynamite this Wednesday and show you why we're the best brothers
this
tag
out.
team in AEW. Hey, bring that over here. And don't bring super kicks to a gunfight. Guns up.
Look at them calling out the Young Bucks. Look at how she's wearing that stuff. Yeah, that was. I didn't even notice that at first. I just thought it was like a choker vest kind of gimmick. Oh shit! Women's match in the first hour. Yes, we're here for this. But no, Lexi Nair's been winning me over. She does good work. Looks like we're getting our first full splash screen of the show. How are we feeling about Collision thus far, Dale? We got that Starks promo, and then we just got that match between Acclaimed and Iron Savages. And not for nothing, Iron Savage has been pretty much working Ring of Honor exclusively, but they're a good team. Do I have them on the roster? Because I feel like I may have forgotten. Think about it. Wait up the roster. Shit. Yeah, I didn't put Iron Savages on the tag team list. I should have done that. I'll throw them on there because they haven't been picked or anything yet. Oops. Well, yeah, because gold isn't. Oops. Gold isn't representative of championship. Gold is representative of quality. Jericho going to do. John Rosa, I think he's going to turn him down, which makes it kind of weird that they wanted to wait a whole week to do that, because he was even on commentary for all of Rampage, and he's talked about it and everything. And it's just like, you know what your answer is. Just say it. You know. So far, good show. I'm glad to hear it. Yes, I've been enjoying it as well. I'm glad we're giving the women's match in the first hour, unless we're getting the majority of the second hour spent on the main event, which I wouldn't be that far against, but they are getting a little too in their way about having these super long main events. Like last week, for example, I think they could have stood shape off 5-10 minutes. But maybe they wanted time to let the post-match breathe and all that. Which is great. Collision has been great for AEW in the sense that they're allowing themselves to have segments breathe a little bit more before and after. Oh, welcome. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's just one of the... This is one of those things. 3 people who get... Hell yeah. A lot of stakes in this match than Fantasy Stable. Addiction to League in general. Allin's shaping out nicely, and I'm happy that it's shaping out as much as it is. Because, like... They normally wait a little bit more to start promoting matches. Fun fact, that was exactly 30 minutes. I get you, Devin. I think Ben's onto something with the one more match. We'll see about that. Congratulations, we're bored. Hey, it's Willow. Big fan of Willow. I love the little Bob's your uncle thing she does sometimes. Oh. And there comes Statlander. Banging entrance theme, though. I love that Willow came out first. Not the champion, but Willow. I hate that they cut off Willow's song because Ian's rap doesn't work as well on Statlander's music. Actually, it doesn't work at all on Statlander's music. Rude, Nigel. Rude, right? Ian was going in, and you guys was just like... Booey. Like... Damn, dude.
Certainly something to that. They had certainly gelled as a team. The old adage, birds of a feather, flocking together. Certainly very colourful tandem. And let's
get fans up to date on how this match came to be, Nigel. A couple of weeks ago, Mercedes Martinez, Kira Hogan met on Collision.
Let's go.
Contenders for the ROH Women's Championship. As we start things off with Diamante and Kris Statlander. Martinez went a little too far.
Really hoping that Martinez and Diamante get the win here, because that can help establish this women's tag team. We should get more of those.
Diamante attacking here.
Yeah, well, that's your side of the story, and my side of the story is that Martinez was having a little bit of
Okay.
She'd won the match, she'd earned a little bit of fun, and out came Statlander with her title.
She had a photo shoot. She had a photo shoot, Nigel. You're hung up on that.
Well, either way, she came out with a title.
On her shoulders now. Oh, okay. Nice arm drag out of it. I should just like did a throw for a second.
Lost the title to Martinez last week.
And a quick tag made here to the Owen Hart Foundation Cup winner, Willow Nightingale. Now we're seeing some continuity, of course, still to come, fans. Samoa.
Oh, Samoa Joe in action? Okay.
He is approaching the record for the longest reigning Ring of Honor World Television title reign. Of course, Christian.
My favorite father in the world, certainly Christian Cage. We'll hear from the TNT.
My favorite farmer? What?
Powerhouse Hobbs coming up later tonight as well. And Nigel, our main event.
Well, indeed, CMFTR
Say hi, Space.
tried to take the gold from the longest reigning trio champions. Oh, there we go.
And the pounce scouted by Martinez, holding the
What's your favorite thing of Samoa Joe since they just showed him on the card?
Certainly coming into play.
It's hard. His promos might be one of my favorite things, to be honest. But because like the walkaway spot, that's a lot of fun. His believability is probably my favorite thing. Is like how real he makes things feel, how intense he can make any situation or match become.
seeing Willow Nightingale go up the ladder. Being sent back down by Martinez there, but really seeing others around her accelerate up the ladder and not finding success for herself.
I think Diamante certainly is in the position of thinking that
Oh, she's all knotted up. That sucks.
on the opportunities that she's given. Look at this.
And a
This
tag
is
made.
some creative offense. Look at the way that Nightingale tied up. Oh, here we go.
It's a paradise lock.
Oh my god.
Gimmick infringement on Christian Cage.
And we have
Oh,
paradise there. The double drop kicks. Shades of Milano.
that'll rough up the hips.
Milano Collection AT. Diamante has control here. Can she power her team to victory? Fans, we're going to picture in picture. Stay with us for this great tag team bout.
She started doing the clap. Imagine if the fans actually started clapping along. That would have been hilarious.
Cover two.
Rigo. Yeah, I get you.
Propelled by perhaps a little bit
I thought you were gonna go with the classic Wendy. that one's just it's too much.
attack here.
A little bit of jealousy isn't a bad thing, Ian. I mean, I've got to admit, every time you come to work, you're probably a little bit of jealous of me, aren't you?
Oh, and Diamante by the hair.
You're certainly very jealous of Christian Cage. Who isn't? What
Diamante's having a fun being having fun being sarcastic little prick.
Champ, he's Jack tag made. Gonna hear from
Little clap along spot. I just realized that that's the clap that Willow does during her entrance. Throw up my other arm, but I have cats on it.
FTR to stake their claim as now the official, being distracted by Statlander.
Statlander.
Control her fury, but she's given her opponents a clear opportunity to double team her tag team partner.
tag made. In comes Diamante. Diamante, who was on quite a roll in Ring of Honor.
Oof.
And Mercedes unloads here. Diamante.
They are roughing her up.
And she really took it to the Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena, Nigel, and really demonstrated she has what it takes to a straight jacket here.
An incredible matchup, and certainly Nightingale a great accounting for herself. But right now, she is on the back foot. Diamante, Martinez are in clear control in this match.
They're really building to the Statlander hot tag.
Tied up, a straight jacket applied. Technique or power would be Nightingale's friend here.
Oh, yes. Flex on him.
A diamond in the rough, indeed. Now, whoa, that's impressive strength. Covering just, kicking out on two.
Okay, now where's she going next with this?
At this point, you got to think.
Her face lock control? Nah, she's fine.
Martinez is match to lose.
Watch it, Posey. Don't get caught up in the action. Ref bump before the hot tag is wild.
Welcome back, fans, live here at Greensburo Coliseum, AEW Collision. We are back at you. It has been Diamante, Mercedes Martinez just dominating.
I should say would be.
Nightingale
So-
finally been on the back foot. Oh, look
Okay, cartwheel through it. About it.
to break the double clothesline attempt. MJF. Oh,
Big ol' spine buster.
And it's Nightingale.
Uranagi onto her. Nice.
Diamante through the rib cage of Martinez. Can she make the tag to the TBS?
Crowd's all the way into this match. Yes, please.
Yes, indeed. Big clothesline. And Statlander firing away.
Trying to finish that business with Mercedes from last week.
Double axe. Big drop kick. And it's Statlander on a roll here.
That one down with the drop kicks. Kip up. Okay, good. Those the knee braces scare me whenever anybody's putting that extra pressure on their legs, like from a kip up or landing from the top rope.
And Statlander sending Diamante into Martinez. Sweeping both.
Oh, okay.
that's some creative offense.
I can appreciate the make you do a move to your opponent thing.
Double senton. Just 2 weeks away, Wembley Stadium.
I was gonna say move, but that's not exactly.
Adam Cole. We will see that bout live on pay-per-view. AEW World Championship on the line. But before we get to that bout, we will see Adam Cole and MJF, better than you, baby, challenge Aussie Open, the ROH World Tag Team Champions. That will begin noon Eastern.
Oh no! Are you okay? I feel like she was supposed to catch herself on the apron there, but she looks like she's all right. She's not immediately grabbing into anything. That was a rough tumble, though.
That is the third match among those two teams. We're still
Throw me? What?
2 weeks for
Is that what you're saying?
team of CM Punk, the quote-unquote real world champion, to challenge the AEW Trio champions, the House of Black. That's our main event.
Oh. Could have stood to get a little bit more distance, but she's good. That shit hurt, but she's fighting through it.
No idea where her opponent's using the eyes of Martinez.
And really taking one for the greater good. And look at Martinez, the strength, the power. But Willow back up to her feet.
Pounce! Yes! The straps are down. About to put on a clinic because it's Dr. Bomb time. Or not. Never mind. I just processed that sliced bread. Oh, okay.
And the fisherman, Buster Man, spin boy driver from Saturday.
Oh. Oh!
To the back of the neck.
That forearm to the back was rough. Scoop it up.
Martinez, the legal competitors.
Oh, wait a minute. Nightingale stacks. 2.
Oh, she let go of the ropes and she lost the...
No, the leverage.
They got it. Nice steal. That was perfect. What a steal. I couldn't make up my mind whether I wanted to say steal or stole, but they snatched the victory. Got the...
No excuse. Willow Nightingale, the nice drop down trap. Diamante pushing on the back of Mercedes perfectly fine until she grabbed the ropes.
Highly effective. The official didn't see it and couldn't call it. So bottom line, Martinez, Diamante victorious. And the TBS champion has to realize that now her title is in very tenuous hands.
And think about what it means for Martinez, who's now been Willow, the Owen Hart Foundation winner. Things are wild here in the AEW Women's Division right now, fans. So, speaking of the Women's Division, we're going to go back to Lexi Nair standing by with Toni Storm.
Thanks, guys. Tony, you have officially secured a spot
Toni.
in London in the women's
What a
tournament
robe.
for the AEW Women's Championship. But last week we saw you a little out of sorts.
Listen, Toots, I don't know who you are or what you do around here, but I demand a little respect. Yes, I have been a little out of sorts. I've been very depressed, actually. especially since losing my title. It's been horrible. But today, I'm feeling a bit better. Because not only have I got my rematch at Wembley Stadium, but my girl Soraya is also going to be in the match, which means no funny business. That means I'm finally going to get a fair fight, because these are the girls. Whether it's Bunny or Britt in the match, these girls are trouble and everybody knows that. They are not to be trusted. They're all backstabbing, insecure, toxic little girls, and I don't stand for it.
Well, Hikaru Shida
The irony.
also secured a spot in the match, and she beat you for the title.
Sorry, are you enjoying this?
No.
Are you having fun here, bringing this up to me in my vulnerable state? Why would you say that?
My vulnerable.
Okay, I'm going to be getting security to get you out of here in a minute. This is unacceptable. Excuse me, this interview is over. Shut up.
I love prima donna Toni Storm. She's so good at this. She threw a shoe at her.
I guess we'll have to find out who will become the AEW Women's Champion at Wembley's return now to the Ring of Honor.
Toni Storm is amazing. And here he comes. He's lost 4 singles matches in AEW. Imagine it's to Darby, to Wardlow, to CM Punk, and to Adam Cole. That's right.
For Wembley Stadium to the real world champion last week.
And his opponents are in the ring. Andrew Everett.
Hey! The Giant!
Who claims he is 7 feet 4 inches tall, making his AEW Collision debut.
I mean, clearly is. What do you mean claiming, Ian? He is towering over all human beings in the building. Giant Andrew Everett. He's dwarfing Joe. Is Joe going to be able to chop down Andrew the Giant Everett? He is laying in.
Samoa Joe, violent, commanding, and equally revered.
Wow, now just crushing
Oh, so good.
Samoa Joe's greatest hits.
both a verb and an adjective there. This man absolutely unstoppable. Must see violence from the Samoan submission machine here. Of course, still to come, our main event, huge AEW World Trios title bout, CMFTR.
Oh, nice. Oh, smooth. Very flashy as well. Oh, he's not standing for the walk away spot. Oh, but he's going inside out for it. Holy shit. Oh, you're going to sleep, son. Joe does not appreciate you making a fool of him, making a fool of you. And tap out, bell ring. That's that. Oh,
Andrew Everett is an international star, Nigel. Samoa
wild.
in about 2 minutes.
Very impressive. Joe brings his special brand of violence to TV on a weekend when you can truly enjoy it in.
So yes, he can indeed topple that giant. Question answered. Thank you, Professor Joe.
Greensboro, my name is Samoa Joe.
Here it is.
I stand here as your now and forever king of television. And your king came here tonight looking for the answer of a champion. But as I stand in this ring right now, I am met
Appreciate you, Harry Lemon. Thank you so much.
with coward.
Okay. Like,
And as far as I'm concerned, your real world champion is acting like a real bitch right now.
ha ha ha! I mean,
I want to pick a fight in London, England, and damn it, you will give me what I want. And the thing that aggravates me the most,
okay. Batista Joe. Tell him when he's telling lies.
gave you the mercy of letting you know what would happen.
Oh, that's an angle. That smirk. That might be thumbnail.
Very talkative tonight. Allow me to say this. I began coming out here and asking you for what I want. But now, Punker, I'm going to convince you.
And what is that supposed to mean? All in, the challenge is made. CM Punk clearly with a lot on his mind, Nigel. He's in our main event here tonight.
Didn't Jay say something? Wasn't he alluding to calling out Punk last week as well? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Joe's getting involved in the main event. But yes, Harry, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Sorry, I wasn't trying to talk over the promo too much. One, so that way people could sync with the audio. Two, just so I could hear myself.
CMFTR.
Glad you're enjoying.
It is the AEW World Trios titles on the line in our main event, Nigel.
But up next, if you want a man you can look up to, Father of the Year, Christian Cage, the TNT champion.
Gonna hear from Christian? Alright.
Action with Luchasaurus. We'll be right back on AEW Collision.
You know, I'm thinking I'm probably gonna take a break here really quick, y'all. Do drop a thumbs up if you haven't already. Would be very much appreciated. I miss Jack Cartwheel, so I hope he pops up on Ring of Honor another few times. He's going to be on Triple Mania Night 3 tonight. It's happening right now. We're gonna be watching it on the Discord right afterwards. But yes, BRB, y'all. Let me throw on the music for you. And I return. Wow, in time that song to end. Perfect timing. Jeez. I'm back. Show has been enjoyable thus far. I'm gonna say it. This is the 9th episode of Collision. I say this show's a hit. I understand people want to be like, oh, but the ratings say, bro, this is not 1997. It's just not how TV works anymore. That's not how viewing works anymore. It is great to say all these people are watching live on this platform at once, but it doesn't need to be that way. This show is very good, yes. Like, not just this episode, but, like, the product in itself.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. We are here live, the historic Greensburo Coliseum in beautiful titles.
It'll be a huge main event, but Ian, we are just 2 weeks away from AEW All-In at Wembley.
Could do without the Chicago Hulk Hogan and the modern day Nasty Boy. Damn. Damn.
5 p.m. Eastern, or excuse me, 5 p.m. Britain Standard Time, 12 p.m. New
Oof.
Eastern, and that is live
Wow.
on Facebook. We will see the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions Aussie Open defend
The
against
Nasty Boys. That's dirty. I won't deny you that take, though. That's hilarious. In terms of, like, his posse, absolutely. Like, that's not a bad take. That's great. But in the funniest way, Ben. I'm going to quote that shit. Somebody throw that in the quote section and I'll add it to the message.
will defend the AEW Women's World Title. Storm has qualified for that bout. So also in that bout, one more to go.
Ben, but not inaccurate.
This Wednesday, but 4 women will vie for the AEW Women's World Title.
Oh, 2 weeks away, a rematch between Sheeta and Toni? That's interesting. Something tells me Tony's getting the win. Oh, never mind. They were showing the graphic for the 4-way. I'm being dumb. I'm sorry.
Those tweets came out. FTR
I like Taker and the...
cannot be any bigger. 2 weeks away, live on pay-per-view, Wembley Stadium, over 80,000 folks there. The only
I think that's to be determined, Ben. If CM Punk is, in fact, right, then that's the take. I think that take is it. But I think this is much more gray than it's being made out to be. By one, Philip Punker. Don't even introduce the TNT champion. Disgusting activity. Ben feeding into the nonsense, to the chicanery, to the absolute bullocks. Nigel McGuinness just called Christian Father in the air. Not so much a Father of the Year, though. Aww.
Luchasaurus on the hands of Christian Cage, putting Allin on the back foot.
And we're talking so much about All In, All Out. We will see Darby Allin challenge for that TNT title, which Christian obviously has some sort of material attachment to.
Imagine your father just being like whoever, like just from a general point of perspective. Imagine your own dad being like, kick this person out of the venue.
Kicked his daughter out of the video last night.
I have to say that this is without a doubt the biggest family reunion I've ever been a part of.
Wow.
Now, I don't pretend to know much about North Carolina. I don't want to know much about North Carolina.
I don't wanna.
You know that you're all pretty much related, so if you could put your hot dogs and your french fries down and stop slobbering all over each other, and I can have your attention for just a few minutes. Now, I also know there's a lot of second bests to come out of North Carolina. For example, we all know that Michael Jordan isn't the greatest basketball player of all time.
There, he's working on getting that heat. He's got to work a little harder.
James.
Right, Devin? Just the one guy being like, it's LeBron James.
And as far as professional wrestling goes, everybody knows
Ben with the conflict of interests.
superior to Ric Flair or any other wrestler from North Carolina for that matter.
Appreciate the guy with the Pride AEW shirt.
Now, as the TNT champion,
Everybody has someone they love with a shit take.
we demand
Right.
Whether it's from each and every one of you sitting in this audience wishing you were me, or whether it's all the wrestlers in the back wishing they were me. But lately, I felt a little disrespected by one Darby Allin. Now, Darby, I've already told you this, and now I'm repeating myself. As long as this TNT Championship is in my possession, you will never touch it again. Do you understand me? Now, I know you've gone on record saying how important this championship is to you. I don't care about that, Darby. I really don't care. Now, listen, I also heard you say that you paint half your face because you're 50% dead inside.
That is something he has said.
Busy doing kickflips and ollies on your skateboard. I'm building a legacy. Do you understand me?
Expect the bond for freaking miles from sporting like
My TNT
truth though and stuff.
championship, I'll give you that other 50% and make sure you get the rest of the way there. You want to be a hero, Darby? You want to be a hero so bad? Come after this TNT championship and I will write you a tragedy.
Oh.
That's about enough.
Arn Anderson with Brock Anderson.
That's Arn Anderson.
Yo, just last night was like, where are they at?
Yes. It's not our Darby Allin. I'm not Darby Allin. We're the Andersons. They know us around here, right, guys?
Yo, shout out to them.
And this
Carolina Pop.
Greensboro, North Carolina. Take a bow. This is hallowed ground in professional wrestling. Matter of fact, if I remember right, this is horseman country.
The Andersons honestly sound like a sitcom family show.
Now, before
I would say a sitcom family show from the 80s.
further into this, I would like to just point out something to the sea monster to your left. The giant lizard. Breaking news. You're the champion, not him. You know what, Arn?
Breaking news.
That we're in Greensboro, and listen, I know you've had many, many legendary moments in this arena. You have, but don't forget, the most relevant you've been in the last 15 years is when I left you in a pool of your own blood a couple months ago.
Oh, savagery.
And you woke up this morning, and you jumped in the fountain of youth. Well, maybe you should have taken a few laps while you were in there, huh? And now you're gonna step to me? You're gonna step to the TNT champion? Listen, I said no more open challenges, but if you want to step in this ring, I'd be willing to make an exception for you.
Specifically Arn.
Well, I'll tell you what, if this was 20 years ago, I'd do just that, and I'd slide in there with your little narrow ass, I'd spine buster you, and I'd walk out of here with that title. I tell you what, you didn't think this was over, did you? We're just getting started. Go, son. And Brock Anderson sliding in the building.
Wait, what? Oh, and this is a match? Okay. Most North Carolina thing here. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what.
And look at that, Darby Allin will challenge the winner of this bout. I'm getting word in my head that Tony Khan has made this for the TNT Championship.
What? What?
Will challenge whomever wins this bout Sunday, September 3rd, 8 p.m.
Well then.
Very first collision took place. Wow.
This is on you, Arn Anderson. Throwing his son quite literally all to the wolves. What
suffered a beating already at the hands of Christian Cage, as did Arn. He might be on the hands of another one.
And of course, the breaking referring to both the fact that this is now a title match and the fact that the sternum might be broken of Brock Anderson.
Known Brock, right?
Christian Cage, discretion before valor. That's why he is one of the greatest fathers in the world.
Oh, and the TNT title is on the line.
Something tells me that there is a beat that Arn missed and that he was supposed to actually like challenge on behalf of Brock. That he didn't quite do. Because it kind of seems so out of nowhere without that being the thing.
Oh, look at this Luchasaurus.
Isn't Christian Cage great? The way he controls Luchasaurus from the outside. Doesn't even look at him.
You're all about power and manipulation. It's ridiculous, Nigel. That's how you power manipulation is how you got those primo world title
What's
defenses.
ridiculous is Arn Anderson coming back into what he calls hallowed ground. And just because he's jealous that he can't get in the ring anymore.
Scoop a slam, yeah. Brock's getting picked apart. He's just... I'm just sitting here like... It's gonna turn around, it's gonna turn around, nope. But, on the bright side, it's looking more and more like Arn by the day.
Maybe I'll never bring your son to a wrestling show. End up thrown in the ring. Brock has suffered a pounding thus far in the match as Arn Anderson looks on with fear in his
Ooh, oh, that sucks.
Arn Anderson, known to be one of the toughest enforcers in this job. When they say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Oh, he is in peril. It's getting the facial expressions right. Brought him back to do the job. Possibly. Quite possible.
Then control from Christian Cage, the way he almost telepathically controls Luchasaurus.
Now with this big neck vice, it is masterful the way that Christian is able to just, like you said, control like he's a giant puppet. Like he is just a machine that does whatever Christian wants.
It's just... Yeah, he is picking him apart. It's just the little stomps. He's just pacing out each strike. Bit of a vaulting suplex. It was, had the form of one. Just call it a release vertical, I guess.
Someone with herniated discs myself, I know the pain just those slight impacts, especially if they're not flush, can have and jar the spine.
An awkward landing can hurt more than a big
Right.
And the neck vice as Anderson trying to power up in this TNT title bout.
Damn, Higurashi with Savage Line. Also, welcome in. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not a sports ball guy, but based on that line alone, Christian got some heat from even resident Christian simp Ben here in the chat.
who I don't think wanted this match. He's just trying to prove something to his dad.
That was, yeah, that was me. It's not as fun when he can't react in real time. But yes, he's a big fan of Christian. Even he was like, "Whoa, calm down there, buddy." So something tells me that that line was indeed outrageous. So when you put it like that, like that's ruthless. Butterbean should not be in the same conversation as Muhammad, and that's done. Oh, and look, Darby. What are we? You're taking a little too much time out there. Caveman. I was just about to throw a skateboard at them.
You're a dinosaur, right? You're a dinosaur. You've been around for 65 billion years. In that time, in that whole time, have you ever had a skateboard up your ass? And Christian, I'm getting really sick of you talking. Don't you want to be a fighting champion? Next week, Darby Allin, Christian, on Collision. What do you say? What do you say?
The way Luchasaurus is like, huh?
Luchasaurus, I'm gonna put some respect back on that championship's name when I become the new face of TNT.
And Christian accepts for next week.
Right? The way he was just like, huh? Like, are you sure about that, boss?
Increasingly and exponentially harder. The coffin match at Allin. Luchasaurus at All Out. And before that, Christian next week here on Collision.
Darby Allin
So,
digging his own grave.
And Christian, that firm grip of the TNT Championship. Darby Allin riding in. And still to come, fans, our main event, CMFTR, challenging House of Black for the AEW World Trios Championship. What about that we are going to see? And Christian.
Bravery on the part of Christian Cage.
oh, okay.
I'm so glad I signed up for
Look at him being so cool.
And coming up next, fans, we'll hear from Powerhouse Hobbs, who's took the gift from QT Marshall. We'll find out just where Powerhouse Hobbs is coming up live here on AEW Collision. You don't want to miss what Powerhouse
That's right.
Hobbs has to say.
Powerhouse up next. Funny enough, you mentioned that when I was a teenager, I used to really be into skateboarding. I use it mainly for transportation, but I was learning tricks and stuff. I eventually fell out of it because it's just too fucking hot here in Florida. And I developed other hobbies. Also needed the time to do other things like work and stuff. But I feel like if I got on one now, it'd be maybe. You know what? It's an interesting question. Pending. I don't own one right now, though. To invest in a worthwhile skateboard is like actual money. So maybe that's not something I'll pick up, but yeah, no, just definitely getting memories back from it. That's for sure. I remember this one time I wiped out and I like scraped up all my back. Inline skates are nice. That's something I wanted to. I would consider that and rollerblading as well. It's like a. But oh, I did have rollerblades for a while. Actually, now that I think about it, I did have rollerblades for a bit when I was in like 5th grade. But I think I sprained my ankle one time or something. I just never wanted to ride in them again. Yeah, that takes me back. I remember around that same time I was known as a skateboard dude in school. It was in hindsight very cheesy, but I liked it, I guess. I was like, yeah, I'm a skateboard guy. I can't rollerblade, but I can skate, which is harder. It's kind of weird when you think about it. Right? Yeah. Rollerblading and ice skating, I've been told, is very similar. I've been told if you can do one, you can do the other. And I'm like, I don't know, because I've tried ice skating before, and I was wiping out. I was so embarrassed. Oh, man. Like, I never ice skated again after that. Because it was just like, I kept falling. I could not stay up. But yeah, when you say rollerblading versus skateboarding, because yeah, once you get going, it's so much easier. Coming back. Hey, Shivani in the ring. Count them Shivani points. Yes, that's exactly a Higurashi. Determination is key to everything. Anything I ever could have been considered good at has never come natural to me. It's always been a matter of trial and error and perseverance to some degree. Yo, Hobbs out here with the Book of Hobbs. We're back in business, baby. Let's go. Some of my wipeouts were funny. Yeah, some wipeouts are funny. Other ones are like, man, I really could have done without that. Like I mentioned earlier, my whole back. I mean, to be fair, that was on me. I was riding around shirtless in the summer here in South Florida. Me wiping out on pavement, that's bound to happen. I was like, just like, oh man. I looked like I just got out of a barbed wire death match in AEW Fight Forever. But then there's like, it's hard to explain, but there's a fun one. Clean pants, clean chain. Big arms. Easy.
Looks good, doesn't it, Tony? It looks great. Yeah.
So last week, an opportunity presented itself. Chicago, the United Center, all out. The very place where Collision began. Now, Shivani, you know over the last several months, I haven't found any peace. There's always someone or something distracting me. So what did I do? I took my ass back to the Bay and I found the one thing that means something to me. The one thing that brought me to darkness, the one thing that allows me to inflict violence, violence, and violence, and that's the Book of Hobbs.
Yes. I'm here for this. We need to get back to this. I see a message here. Wow, she's just smoking.
In this book, the next chapter is entitled Redemption. So how am I supposed to redeem myself after losing the TNT title? How am I supposed to redeem myself after losing in the Owen Hart tournament?
Okay.
I tell you how I'm going to redeem myself. In order to get past this chapter of redemption,
I just saw.
I need to call out the Redeemer. So Miro,
You called that shit, Ben. You called that shit. Yes, yes, yes. Yo. The horn's already hit? Oh no, everyone's standing up in anticipation. Oh, this. Talk about a collision course.
Being written in Greensboro.
What? Miro versus Hobbs at All Out. Miro's in his gear. Miro versus Hobbs right now?
Staring down.
Yes.
Another colossal individual, Nigel.
I love his theme because it's so, like, triumphant and, in a way, foreboding.
And when we said the next chapter is being written, I don't think this
At least for his opponents, you know?
this is in the proofreading stage. I think we're going straight to
You're not wrong there, Lone Star. Like, if that was his gear, what? Oh, QTV. That's what that was.
associates of QT Marshall and QTV.
Trust in the process when it comes to this company.
Powerhouse
I was one of the people last week who was like, why is Aaron Solo attacking Miro for no good freaking reason? And it just didn't go well. And I like that an ambush like that didn't go well kind of thing. That was foreshadowing to this. I feel like Miro wins because he hasn't been back there. Oh, 100%. It's got to happen, right? But also, Miro taking a loss to Hobbs would be huge. Big spine buster. Yo. Loafers and everything. Dude, it's clean. The way he just laid out Miro like that was awesome. I like how it's written in the same fonts as Death Note. I can't remember the name of that font. It escapes me at the moment. Hobbs got copies. Don't worry. Yeah, for sure. Call to God for help, right? Maybe you're gonna. Is he gonna go back to his God after all? I feel like they're gonna have Powerhouse Hobbs lose at the same time. Right? I think Miro can stand to take the loss, to be honest. And like when I think about who can stand to take, when it's a matter of, the first question is like who needs the win. Well, both of them could really stand to have the win. But then you look at who can stand to lose. That would be Miro, because he's the higher profile individual and has taken less losses in recent memory. Guns versus Young Bucks next week. That's interesting. Anyways, to go back to what you asked before, Igarashi, not asked, but actually said, in regards to Florida, he is a little bit better than, because I personally haven't been to Texas, so I can't compare it to that. I won't try to deny, but I will say this summer's heat in particular has been gnarly compared to like any other. But it's always like that the humidity is rough. You're right that on the beach it feels nice, because yeah, like that's the environment for that. But I feel like Florida's weather is only good for beach weather. Beach weather isn't good when you're out in the neighborhood or working outside or something like that. Damn, Streamline, you gotta get better at that. It's the bombardment. You know what's funny, Ben? It's usually the most mid-looking Dynamites that are like, whoa, this was unexceptionally banging. But that's a lot of times has to do with the fact that people go in with low expectations. Shit, you know what? Remember yesterday when I showed you that clip, that 2-year-old clip of Dante Martin going off on the Elite in that 6-man tag? That was on a mid Dynamite. I only put quotations about it because in hindsight, it ended up not being a mid one. This upcoming show, for all I know, could be. But just as they showed me earlier with the whole Aaron Solo QTV thing, I will wait and see when it comes to AEW. We're not even in the final half hour yet. Look at this. Crazy. Stray hair running amok. Oh yeah, Higurashi, like I'm with you there. I'm not about this which show is the A show discourse. They're very different environments of what they try to accomplish. Dynamite is that classic AEW booking and mentality, whereas Collision feels like a more quote-unquote standard wrestling show done by AEW, in the sense that, you know, like, some things are announced, other things will just be announced tonight on the show. You'll start off more often with a promo on the line. Segments will breathe more. You're getting more reoccurring cast each week, whereas on Dynamite, you get some of that, but Dynamite is a much more variety. And that's not to say that it's better for the variety. Some people like a more focused roster. Some people like that, oh, I can see anybody at any given week feel. They both work. Hey, okay, bushes. Yes. Wait, what? Why are the champs coming in? Rough Dar. Why? Why? That's just. I love Darby's like, hey, what's up? Also, Julia Hart should be pile driven. What? Wild. Congrats to Buddy. Yes, Buddy and Rhea are officially engaged.
We will see the House of Black defend against CM Punk and FTR. What a main event. What magic we will have here in Greensboro live.
Oh, his IG stories? Oh. Huh. Really? But yeah, this apparently isn't open house rules, and I figured if it was, then they would have exploited that maliciously. Also, why couldn't you just let the full entrance be? Like, really? Really fight? Seriously? Anyways, we're headed to commercial break. We're literally going to come back at past. Yep, this is just a standard trios match. Ooh, this is going to be a fun. Hoping House of Black retains, though, not going to lie. I know that may come as a shocker, but it's just... I'm sorry. That might not come as a shocker. But I can see people fantasy booking on social media. Like, oh, CMFTR wins the trios titles, and then they issue an open challenge to the Elite for them saying, win these titles back, and this and that, the other thing. And be like, please don't. Don't go there. Don't make this be about the trio championships. Start thinking about something really quickly. Powerhouse Hobbs, good thing I checked, yeah. Oh, yes, the seg from last week as well. Good catch, good catch. Yeah, I'm looking at the points now on the chart because I have it up here on... Hey, nice. I'm glad you enjoyed the theater experience. I get mixed... I hear mixed things about it. Some people really like it. Some people are not too fond of it. Lone Star here, I believe, experienced Double or Nothing in theaters. I'm not sure if they also went to the theaters for Forbidden Door. But yes, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to blank at the moment.
Welcome back, fans, to Greensboro, North Carolina, live AEW Collision. We go from
Nice.
the absence of light, the House of Black, to what will be a cavalcade of color for an all-star main event. The AEW World Trio titles on the line.
There we go. There's the FTR music.
Well, business is about to pick up, boys. I'll tell you that right now.
Have you seen some of the greatest talents in the history of this industry? Well,
Malachi is consumed. Oh, I did not see his face. Yes, Igarashi, although I might recommend you investing in NordVPN. Because what you can do with that is you can change your virtual location. And this is sounding like a plug. And no, this is not a plug. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. But it's what I do for my stuff. And it's really helpful. Get Nord. Go subscribe to you don't even have to subscribe to AEW Plus if you don't want. That's for the commercial-free experience. But in terms of pay-per-view, you can do that. Go to England or something, Mexico or whatever. Go on to Fight TV and buy the pay-per-view there. It'll be about $20 instead of $50. Does that dude like the experience? Yes, fair enough. Hangman was right. That person showed up ready for blood.
A lot weighing on the mind of CM Punk, whether it's the challenge from Samoa Joe at Allin, or the fact that last week he put Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in the line of fire.
Well, indeed, that's exactly what it is. I have to correct myself. He did put the title on the line against Ricky Starks last week. But he had an ace up his sleeve, so to speak. He had Steamboat out there. We saw earlier tonight.
His face is completely... Wow. He is, ghostly. CM Punk is boring. Nice. I personally couldn't say I feel the same, but I'm definitely not the biggest fan of him from a personal perspective. He irks me because it's ironic that you say that, because there are times where he'll captivate me despite the fact that I don't want to be. So... And not for nothing, I can appreciate the messages that he'll promote. He promotes trans rights. He promotes LGBTQ rights. But he also seems to be a real prick about this whole all-out situation. He's been quite the prick historically backstage, and that is a problem that needs to be adjusted.
They are the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler.
But I will never take away anybody's opinions about Indie Hogan over here. Chicago Hogan, whichever you would refer to him as.
Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds.
Because he really is kind of that, even though he'll put people over more. I haven't seen Punk on the strike line. I mean... I mean, fair, but I guess that would also apply to a lot of stars, now that I think about it. And that's not me really trying to defend him, but I mean, that it is also that's not exactly the one I would go for. Punk is... Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's what you're referring to. Okay, I didn't even put it together. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, huh?
I'm not endorsing them to win, but I love their game. They remind me of the Freebirds at the
Title's bleached of all color. Kind of dig it.
Gordy was possessed by a demon like Brody King is. Imagine if Michael PSAs was just a
That is definitely silly. That's a 90. I get the reference they're going for. They're referencing the whole Bobby Heenan thing, but I'm not there for it. Especially because with each passing week that MJF doesn't address it, it's But also, that can lead to an angle. So what if during a Punk promo, MJF's music hits all of a sudden, then he comes out, and then he looks Punk in the eyes and just be like, I'm so disappointed in you. Just like Punk did to him in their first interaction. That would be wonderful. Hey, Ron, how goes it? You're just in time. The bell just sounded for the main event. It's going to be a fun time. Do drop a thumbs up, by the way, if you haven't already. Would really appreciate it. Trying to hit 10 thumbs up at the very least each live stream. So if you could hit that button, it would very much help. That way people can find the stream a little bit easier in case they're looking for a community such as ours to vibe with for the A-dubs. I'm doing pretty good. Saturday's been kind to me. Had quite a fun time gaming earlier a bit. Vibing out. I didn't quite much rest last night, but that's okay because I haven't really needed the energy for anything. And I'm about to get caffeinated up because right after Collision, y'all, we're going to head over to the WatchaMania Discord. And we're going to get started on a Triple Mania Night 3 watch party. Spoiler free, slight delay, but a watch party. And it's going to be a good one. Night 2 was awesome last month. Even though I fell asleep for the last few matches because I was sleepy boy. And also, shout out to what you mentioned before, Cam. Ryan Nemeth striking. Those have been some fun bits on BTE. And just the fact that he's actually striking was also really awesome. Oh, Buddy is not budging. Hard body, Buddy.
Certainly to your point, Ian, this is a marquee match for a marquee venue. JR, take us back to some of the great matches that you've called in this very venue. Talk about the atmosphere.
Agreed, Lone Star. But I also don't have it in me to count the macros that he probably does, diet the way he probably does. Maybe I have it in me to try to do the workout regimen, but those previous few things I mentioned are kind of needed to be at the level he's at. I'll stick to my little dirty bulk, thank you. I got more... Cash Wheeler is more realistic goals for me. Yeah, I'm too lazy. I will pat myself on the back and say I have a fair amount of self-discipline when it comes to my fitness, but not when it comes to dieting. Y'all, I have a fucking pizza record. Like, I think that speaks for itself. Don't get me wrong, the record would also be pretty high, though, if it was like a white meat record or something like that. So I eat a fuck ton of chicken. Tagging, now we got Dex in here. Okay, they're lighting up Buddy with these chops, something fierce.
Tag Team Wrestling 101 is draw a line from neutral corner to neutral corner and keep your opponent in your half of their mistake or a rare miscalculation.
You know, I say I have fair discipline when it comes to my fitness, but I have really slacked off on the gym in the last month. I've been getting back into it in the last week, but like 1 week I literally just didn't go at all. That was no bueno. Brody King is a beast. Oh my gosh, and the face paint is not helping him be less intimidating.
Well, that's some big words from you, JR, certainly.
And fans, of course, this upcoming week of programming is Fight for the following week. All the proceeds support Maui Food Bank. It's going to be Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision. We encourage you to come out.
Appreciate this so much, brother.
The proceeds of those events go to support the folks that are going through some really tough times right now in Maui.
Forearm chop combos. Oh, rough. The forearms weren't looking too hard, but the chops were laid in. Dropped out his knee. Oh, he's going to light him up in his own way. There you go. That's what you need to do. Oh, my God. Sent off the ropes when he was on one knee. That is power. I love House of Black's gear, by the way. Specifically Brody King's. So sick. Yes, Cam. Yeah, Ben pointed that out a second ago. It took me a moment to notice myself. Actually, it's like, what does this mean for his character? I wonder if that's going to be like a... Because Brody's done the full face thing. But, Malachi, what's this mean? What do you think it means, Cam? Like, in terms of his character. Because I imagine you followed the saga that he had in between WWE and AEW, as brief as it was. You think he's going full evil? Especially with the... Oh my gosh, they just pale. Because, like, the black eye is... It's like... you know how it expanded and then condensed? Like, I want somebody to go get a picture of Malachi, like, every single maybe not every single match, but like every single phase since he debuted in AEW. And watch how much it's grown, expanded. The white's grown out, the black is condensed, expanded again, and condensed once more. I was kind of hoping that they would I get that, Higurashi. I was too, but I saw a great point on Twitter/X earlier today, even, and it's fair. This is a New Japan feud. Forbidden Door had that match because it's a crossover with New Japan. Wow, he looks so ghastly. Malachi squaring up with Punk. Face your demons, Punk. Pay for your sins, Punk. Did something truly evil. There's more face. You know what? That's fair. Yeah, like it really got up there when Julia joined. Yeah, trust me. I figured that Allin was the best place for that match to happen, but I feel like Wrestle Kingdom next year might be when that rubber match is going down. That being said, there's like 3 Kenny Omega matches that could be happening at All In that aren't happening at All In. Okay. Dodged with the crisscross sit down. All right. Feel that, Higurashi? I have never actually seen. I haven't seen the first match, to be honest. I haven't watched it. I want to keep up with New Japan, but that would require investment that I don't have. Here we are. That's what you wanted. Those were great shots. The looking over the shoulder. Ooh, that's a great angle, too. Depending on how this show ends, I have 2 main thumbnails I want. Either one of those over the shoulder shots, or that shot of Joe smirking. Agreed, Higurashi. And that's saying something because Malachi hasn't been used the most efficiently by AEW, I would say. But definitely has been treated like much more of a spectacle, much more of a top-tier talent, and much more of a break into the main event at any moment kind of star than he ever was in the E. Would have kicked CM Punk while he was just sitting there. I feel that, Lone Star. But we don't know how Malachi operates, so I can't expect to get into his head. And what the logic was with that. Next stuff.
Well, you mentioned Brody, that was one half of Brody King's name. That's why he decided to get that name. An homage to the big man.
What about guys like Pampiro Firpo? Just real wild men who were unpredictable and some
Caught up during all the brawling and shit, but yeah. There's a chair out there. What's this about? Things are breaking down. Okay, no. They gave up on the chair. Did Jim Ross just say for fuck's sakes? I probably misheard him, but I feel like that's what he said, and that's hilarious.
Keep on your toes, fellas. I can't protect both of you.
We'll prioritize. Smart ass JR is great.
the challengers have control. Big time body slam there from Punk, leg drop.
This is what you don't want if you're the challengers for the trio.
No, what are you doing? Y'all are North Carolina. Well, not both of you. One of you is. Why would you do a Hogan reference in here? Yeah.
Well, this ain't the York Foundation, JR. I mean, this is violence to the next level.
I noticed that.
Tag made.
Good old IR.
Lean into it, I guess, right? But I mean, healing up in your own home state is kind of wild.
Taken from the trio
That's what they want, the marks. I think they want Punk to lean into it. They don't want FTR to lean into it. A lot of people are still trying to like FTR despite this.
In the championship corner.
Dropped him, did buddy.
Welcome back, fans. AEW Collision live here, Greensboro, North Carolina.
Yeah, exactly. Zeeb said it.
On the line, and throughout the break, chaos enveloping
The Nasty Boys.
area.
Modern day Nasty Boys is such a wild take. I love that. That is hilarious. Oh, double. Wow, that was great. Hooked him so fast with that double arm DDT and dropped him.
He ain't in good shape right now, fellas. He may be on a hell of a drop right to his head. And now look who he bring in.
Bringing in the monster, big bad Brody King. He may be on a different astral plane here, Nigel.
Well, interesting strategy from Matthews there. Even though he had the offense, he elected to tag in Brody King rather than continue himself. That to me comes from Malachi Black, from his guidance, and that to me is why the House of Black are favorites in this match. Ooh, not just as champions, but as the better trios team.
Thought he was about to chop him in the face the way he looked like he was measuring his face. I was like, dude, don't.
Just licking their chops right now. We are just 2 weeks away, live in London, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m.
Oh yeah, 100% Cam. It's already like 50. It's already almost 15 minutes deep, and it doesn't feel like it's anywhere near ending.
Tag team champions cover here with the trios titles on the line. They could walk out of here with 2 sets of titles and a little bit heavier luggage.
I'm kind of feeling it, Cam. They don't need to make every single main event be 30 minutes long on Collision. You know, like last week, for example, I don't think that match needed it. I think it could have been a nice, concise 15-minute main event and been great for it. But it went on like a little too long.
You always got the big man to bring in. Warrior point down and you bring in the monster.
Exactly, that to me is why House of Black is so dangerous. The synergy, you've got the power, the devastation of Brody.
No. All In is happening on Sunday. All In and All Out are happening on Sunday. In fact, all AEW pay-per-views except Full Gear are happening on Sunday. And we're not sure what the deal is gonna be on the Saturday of Full Gear, because it's being promoted for Saturday as of right now in its local area. I would be okay though. Like certain matches go overtime for about there. No, I'm perfect. I love long matches. But when it's a guaranteed thing every week, it kind of takes the luster away from them. It's like, all right, strap in. Now we're going to have to indulge in it. You know, I don't mind getting into a match that I think is going to be 15 minutes and ends up being 30 minutes because it's like they just went that hard, you know? But when it becomes an expectation to fulfill, that's when I think it can hinder it. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying, Lone Star. When they usually round, excuse me. They usually round it up when it's like a day before or day after. Although I do think they could stand to say 2 weeks from tomorrow, just for the sake of specificity. Yeah, I'm with you there. Especially because pretty much every single time it's been FTR or CM Punk in them. So it always feels like it's a them thing.
But they don't seem to get the wins with it. Something's wrong.
Well, the way Jake the Snake Roberts used to drive the head.
Yeah, at a certain point, it just becomes self-indulgent.
Punk using it to set up.
Overly self-indulgent, even.
Go to sleep.
And calling out Julia Hart before he went for the Bulldog.
But that's not to sleep on the quality of it. It's just, yeah. Nice. Took the bullet for Buddy there. Yes. Specifically for something like a Blood and Guts match or the Royal Rampage match. Yeah, I think they should be invested in to make those match experiences commercial free at least. But also, I have Fight TV, so I have a commercial free experience when it comes to the picture-in-picture side of things at least. They will still do splash screen breaks during some entrances or commercial breaks when there's not matches going on. But, like, right now, if you have picture-in-picture, I don't know, because we're watching it just fine. And if you want the commercial-free experience and you can't afford it, join the Discord, jump in the gorilla position. I'm sharing my screen right now to anybody who is currently in the YouTube chat. So that way you can watch along to the Watchalong stream here and commercial-free experience. It's usually one that's only welcome to PC users, unfortunately, as most phones can't handle running all that at once. But it's there for you if you like it. Same thing with pay-per-views for that matter. Can't afford the pay-per-view? Hop into Discord. I got you. Just hang out here in the chat, and it's going to be a good time. Oh, yeah, they're sending it to commercial right now, but I'm still seeing Brody. Yeah, he's looming. I mean, you'll probably see that still, but like 1/4 of the screen.
Right? Also known as shoulders and arms. Oh, God almighty. That hurts me. Oh, my goodness.
Why did Dax give the referee a chair? What? It's kind of odd. Punk being sent into the crowd from that shop. Woof. They broke the mold with Brody King.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. The momentary lapse of judgment. Looking at Julia Hart, we know there was some beef there going back and forth. We know the challenge was made by Samoa Joe. The Ricky Steamboat, the damage done last week. Do you think maybe Punk has too many irons in the fire and might cost his team this opportunity?
You know what? I'm glad they're acknowledging that at least, because it does feel that way. Punk is moving in so many different directions. Guess he's getting tired from all the action. He's like, man, you don't need to make this match 30 minutes. My legs are getting tired.
Buddy's in great shape. He's had a big week on the personal side. Nonetheless, look at these tags. And look where they're being, where the adversary is when the tags are made. In the wrong part of town. The wrong zip code. Ooh. Those kicks are amazing. Oh, God. This guy is, Black is so gifted.
Oh, hey, Wheeler's seen enough. Wheeler has seen enough. And it's the House of Black with the advantage.
Knee drop.
And fans, we are back.
Hey, we're back.
AEW Collision, the AEW World Trios titles on the line. The House of Black have the edge as CMFTR look to tear the titles away from the longest reigning trio.
Oh, wow, I got the crowd rallying behind him. You know what? Carolina country, I can see being behind Punk. Funny enough.
Some of the greatest pro wrestling matches of all time, and we have another great one tonight.
Yeah, this is one of the arenas where it was.
You know, I remember North Carolina being one of the hardest markets for AEW to break into when they first launched. Because that was one of the first Dynamites that didn't sell so hot. And detractors were really trying to lay into AEW for it. Because the crowd wasn't too there for the show. It was the first Dynamite that they didn't have that hot of a crowd. It's kind of interesting. But I'm like, you know what? That makes sense. Because that's that Southern wrestling mentality. And AEW, not for nothing, is technically established in the South. But I don't know, they have a little bit too much variety for the average Southern wrestling fan's taste, I think.
Begins noon Eastern, begins 5 British Summer Time, and then the big one. The event itself starts 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. British Standard Time, and right now the House of Black has the edge here.
The way that the House of Black
It would be kind of weird if Allin happened and then Collision happened right afterwards.
This is an alphabet match, it seems like. Good God almighty.
Especially because that week, Dynamite and Collision are going to be taped on the same night. Dynamite's going to be live and they're going to tape Collision right after. I don't know what they're going to do with Rampage. Probably tape it there as well. Which actually fucking crazy. Are they going to do Ring of Honor as well? Like, oh man. I feel bad for that Chicago crowd. No, not Chicago. That's not Chicago crowd. I'm sorry. That's Independence, Missouri. GTS. A good day for wrestling, indeed. Hell, today is a good day for wrestling. Triple Mania is happening right now. We're going to do a watch party of that afterwards on the Discord. That's going to be a good time. Triple Mania is always so fucking wild. Like, the original art form of lucha is just so spectacular. Oh, he's trying to drop Brody. He knows 2 body blocks.
Misses the left drop kick. King is still on his feet. And look at this, just impossible to take down. Clothesline misses. It's Wheeler.
Oh, caught, turned into a power slam. Wow. Cash Wheeler on fire. Saturday. Oh. The way he's just hugging him like, thank you, man. Cash Wheeler with the suicide dive. Oh my god. The impact. Also, FTR flying. Full babyface mode. Chucked. Dude went. Diving Bulldog.
You would have to think King, the strongest physically of the 3 members of the House of Black. But right now, it's the only choice that CMFTR have. They've got to focus on the big man.
Really a great 6-man tag, main event, a trios match if you prefer.
And of course, AEW Collision returns live next week on TNT.
They are not able to get that double suplex off. Oh, they're working on it. Oh, they're taking it. Oh, barely. But it happened.
I think that was not often. Brody King is known for his intelligence. He was looking for the double suplex. When he realized he wasn't going to get it, he said, I'll hit the double DDT instead. That's intelligence.
You're saying I shouldn't ask Brody to do
Shout out to Nigel for saving that. He made that sound like that was intentional. Appreciate that so much.
Holding the knee on the outside, gave that knee up on the GTS. It's Brody King who's back first to his feet, intelligently using that top rope to lift himself back up.
But look where Brody King is going.
I always appreciate when the announcers cover up for a flub and make it sound like there was like mental application by the characters to have made that happen with some form of intent rather than it just how it ended up happening.
and go to the top turnbuckle. I'll never know.
Hubris, they say pride comes before the fall. We might be watching the
That's a great point, Igarashi. Because, yeah, I get that. I get that a lot.
The nose, water your eyes, temporary blinds you.
300 pounds, nearly 12 feet in the air. Ooh. Splits the uprights. On a tag made.
Oh, no way.
FTR tagged in. They're full strength right now.
They're going to need it all.
And Pong
And tag in. They're going to go for a double suplex. Oh, wow. Power and Glory with the elbow drop. Oh. Superpower and Savage Glory was not enough to keep down Brody King. What a beast.
The heart still beating on Brody King. As CM Punk, a look of frustration on his face. But to your point, JR, a long way for CM Punk. He made it the whole way across. Did not hook a leg. And that allowed King to kick out.
the Triple P, the Punk Powerplex, and now it is CM.
The Punk Powerplex? Okay, that's okay. Sure, let's call it that.
King, they're looking for the Shatter Machine, and King is just a monster.
Yeah, they're not getting him up. And then they immediately get him up. Right? Brody King out here. More like Broly King, am I right? His power is maximum. Oh! Big old knee. Double high kick. Oh, Malachi's trying so hard to not crumple, but does. That was great selling from both men. Loved that.
Showing their appreciation for the hard work, the physicality in this main event.
Malachi shut down right. He was just like, shutting down, attempting reboot.
Greensboro has come to their feet and main event tonight. Wow.
Tope. Yes, Higurashi, it's a good call. Ben here, Mr. Momino called that earlier as well. Oh, there he is. There he, on cue. Joe. There it is.
And House of Black retaining in an absolutely dynamic main event. And look at this camera angle, Nigel. We didn't see this on the live broadcast.
Samoa Joe came out of the shadows. He said earlier he wasn't going to ask any more questions. He made a statement.
See if he accepts and Joe wins. I'd love this. Please let Joe win.
Retains in a dynamic main event, JR.
That's why they're the best trios champions.
Right? No, that's not even trying to like detract from you predicting it or him predicting it. I love seeing that when like great minds think alike. Like pro wrestling. The thing is with pro wrestling, there's a lot of times there's the right angle to go with. You know, that was the right angle to go with, and some wrestling fans just have an eye for that right angle, that correct angle, I guess. Not correct, most optimal, I'll say, because that implies there's a wrong, and there can be, but not always. There isn't always a wrong, but there is a right, if that makes sense.
Said Nigel. And this Wednesday, we're doing a beautiful thing for the folks of Maui. Fight for the Fallen Week starts on Dynamite on Wednesday, 8 p.m. on TBS. Rampage, 10 p.m. on TNT. Collision, 8 p.m. Saturday night. For JR, Nigel Maginatami, and Riccaboni. Happy wrestling, everybody. We'll see you when AEW returns to
I'm not sure if I go with the choke out spot or if I still go with the grin earlier. I'm leaning towards the grin earlier though, because I think that'll be fun. Woohoo! But yes, that's a perfect drop. The perfect timing drop by Streamlabs. Those things are automated, by the way, so really appreciated how on the point that was. Extras broke 90. Oh, that's converting into 9 extra points that's converting into 9 extra league points for the predictions league, which is pretty much fully described in the description below. So if you want to read through that whole block of text, feel free to. Very fun gimmick. You can win a gift card for it if you're looking forward, but it's really just a matter of participating and giving you a little extra vested interest in the weekly AEW product. Ooh, the house wins. The house always wins. What can you say? You know, do drop a thumbs up on this video. Triple Mania is happening pretty much immediately after the stream. Like, I'm going to end the stream and we're going to jump right over into the watch party chat. I imagine Cam is probably going to give it a few minutes to let everybody CMFTR in the fucking mud. Let's go. Cam's hyped for that, leading us into Triple Mania Night 3 is going to be a good time. Cam is going to be hosting that on behalf of WatchaMania. So do join the Discord, jump over into the watch party chat. Imagine it's going to be about 5-10 minutes or so before we start the show proper, just to give people time to load in, hit the bathroom, do whatever they need to do. me. But also to make the thumbnail, but I can kind of do that at the same time. So yes, do drop a thumbs up on this video. I'd love to break 10 before we head off. If not, no big deal. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. There will be no My GM mode stream. We're going to be down a person. Maybe we'll do it Tuesday. I've said it like 3 times on stream now, yet I've actually yet to contact Cam and Craig formally to make it happen. So maybe it'll happen Tuesday. If not Tuesday, then we'll just do the Fight Forever per normal. And of course, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, AEW Fight for the following week. We're going to be watching that live, like always. Till next time, y'all. Happy wrestling. Peace.